Hey friends, listen, Tamika here. Beware of people who want you, they want your gift, they want whatever it is that you can offer them, but they are not willing to invest in you. Yeah. That's a mouthful. And I know all of us have encountered that, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's our skill set, a talent that we have, the gifting that God has given us in ministry. Whenever you are an asset, you're going to find yourself being presented with opportunities where you are constantly pouring into other people. And people are essentially letting you know that they want you, but they're not willing to invest in you. Investment is not always about money. Sometimes it's about time. Sometimes the investment is about sharing the fact that you're the person that did something. Are people willing to invest in a relationship with you? Not necessarily a romantic relationship, but even if it is ministry-wise, is it only one-sided? Where do they do that? So let's just put it out there. God calls for us to build the body of Christ, and God gives us all gifts so that we can serve, right? I don't care what your gifting is. I don't care what your talent is. At the end of the day, what we do is serve. We are servants. That doesn't mean that you're a doormat, though. That doesn't mean that people are allowed to take advantage of you. That is not what that means. And so I think it's so important to always pray and ask God for discernment and to ask him for wisdom on projects that you should be part of. If you are thinking about being in a romantic relationship with somebody, pray about that as well, because people that you connect yourselves to, whether it's a friendship, whether it is, again, something romantic, it will sap the energy out of you if it is not something that God has put his hands on or that he has breathed into. And it's the same thing with ministry, with career, with business. If you are connected to the wrong people, it's going to literally sap the life out of you. So here's a couple of ways that I tend to safeguard myself with things. Number one, I no longer. Okay, this is what I had to do when I detoxed myself from people pleasing. I don't say yes to things that I'm not actually committed to. If I am not okay with throwing 1000% of myself into a project, a ministry, even with working with clients. So even if somebody pays me, if I am not willing to invest 100% of myself into that and not be upset that I have yielded my time and my skill set to that, I will not say yes. Okay, so if you can't be 100% committed to it, don't say yes. Otherwise, you're going to feel like you got duped into something. The other thing is, I know what my value is because I took time to think about why what I do is valuable and why what I do is an asset and why what I do, how I actually come to the table with something, right? It's important to know what you come to the table with. Here's the power of knowing what you actually bring to the table. There is something very powerful about understanding the fact that not only are you an asset, but that if given the opportunity, you actually could build your own table, right? I think that God brings people in our path, but I also think that God does not want us to be abused. And I really believe that God would give us the foresight to build our own table. I put that in quotes. He'll give us the foresight to build our own table before he allows us to sit at somebody else's table and be abused. I don't sit myself at tables where I feel like when I walk away, I'm going to be the topic of conversation. I do not do that anymore. I don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I don't have to be somebody's doormat, right? So just understand that we're not just coming for a piece of something. We're coming for the entire building, right? I'm not even coming for the table. I'm coming for the entire building. And the people that you connect yourself to should understand that as well.